All right, is the US national debt a problem? Well, kind of, sort of, and it gets really tricky really fast when you're talking about it. So, right now, it's basically a $37 trillion. It's only the tip of the iceberg. I actually would worry more about the $150 trillion of unfunded liabilities. How is it a problem? Well, the US government has to spend more and more every year to pay interest on the debt, which is becoming like the biggest line item in the budget. So, I feel like they will have to start inflating it. Well, that's part of the plan. They don't really plan on quote unquote just paying it off or whatever. Part of the plan is to create like higher than usual inflation, which actually would hit the poor and the middle class. So unfortunately, we got ourselves into this. We painted ourselves into a corner. It's really crappy because eventually the debt is going to blow up, meaning you're going to have a financial crisis. You can't just keep borrowing more and more and more and more. How long can it go on for? I don't know. Maybe not even on our lifetimes, right? Because the interesting part about it is that the US treasuries are basically underpinning the whole world's economy. The whole world borrowed a lot of money and basically used leverage to invest and build stuff. But in order to borrow, you need collateral, and the biggest collateral source in the world is U.S. Treasuries. So if hypothetically got rid of the U.S. debt, the world economy will collapse because basically you can think of it as the debt is money that the government created but hasn't taxed back yet. And that's the rub too. Like you could say like, okay, well, let's just start paying off the debt and start running a surplus, or just government spends less. But basically part of the issue is it's going to be really painful economically. So you're gonna crash eventually, or if you try to pay it off, it's gonna be pure pain too. Why is it a pain? Well, because there are so many industries and so many people that rely on government spending and borrowing and in creating new treasuries and injecting that capital into the system. If that starts to dry up, I mean, there's going to be pain. There's going to be unemployment.